the question is, while deciding who to vote for in these assembly elections, what did you give more consideration to, the party or candidates? So let's have that graphic up in terms of how people actually voted, in terms of what Congress voters thought, what BJP voters thought, and what JDS voters thought. So, Sanjay, again, let's come back to you. Congress voters, 66% of them said no. As far as we are concerned, it is the party. Whereas for BJP voters, it's much more even-steven, right? A party or the candidate, and then you've got the JDS. So again, how would you, so BJP candidate 47 and party 49, almost the same. How would you interpret this?
This data indicate that there is a general mahal in favor of Congress, because a large number of voters indicated, Congress voters, that they are voting, they intend to vote for Congress, not because they have put up good candidates or bad candidates, irrespective of the quality of candidate. We are not evaluating candidate, but we are intent to vote for Congress because we are voting for the party as such.
Correct. And I think when you say this, Vishnu, as we are talking about it, it may be time to get GVL Narasimha Rao's reaction on Siddaramaiah getting such a high approval rating. Does it worry you, Mr. Narasimha Rao, that, you know, after Yediyurappa, BJP does not seem to have that strong regional personality who can champion the party in Karnataka, where Siddaramaiah seems to be emerging as the most popular leader?
Raghav, let me differ with Sanjay on 2 points here. Because I'm not disputing the findings of the survey, but the interpretation of it. Point number 1, it is wrong to assume that leaders do not influence election outcomes in assembly elections. They do not have the... in Karnataka, that seems to be the case. That's what your poll indicates. But several elections that we have won in Gujarat, as Chief Minister Modi ji was the one who pulled the election results in party's favor. Several elections, every election. Yogi Adityanath ji was a big factor in winning the election in 2017. We have won several elections repeatedly in Madhya Pradesh. Again, the Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan was a big factor. So to assume that leaders do not influence outcome of an election in every state is wrong. But in Karnataka, what your survey indicates is that people are making their voting choices based on their party loyalties and on image of the performance of or image of the candidates. This is how it is normally in assembly elections, but there are several exceptions to it that I have just narrated. So in Karnataka, no leader is able to pull the election in his or her party's favor. Number 1. Number 2, to assume that because more Congress voters vote for the party and not for the candidate, the mahal is in favor of the Congress is again an erroneous explanation in my opinion, because if you look at the profile of the people who vote for the Congress, not just in Karnataka, in any state, the number of uneducated voters, less educated voters for the Congress is typically more than for the BJP. If you look at the performance of the BJP, with the literate people, with educated people, BJP performs even better. So therefore, in Karnataka, the leadership ratings that your survey shows is not in any way impacting the...
We have mentioned that, sir. We have mentioned that as well. With all this one, we've said that the CM, the popular choice of Chief Minister as a reason for voting was only 4%. So, but yet, the fact that Siddaramaiah remains the most popular leader, Rajiv Gowda, is that a worry within the Congress itself for those other chief ministerial aspirants in the party, that Siddaramaiah remains the tallest leader with it?
Not at all, Veer Raghav. First, let me point out to Mr. Narasimha Rao that the way he talks down to the people of Karnataka, those who are less educated, is something to be condemned. I really am aghast that a person who was my colleague in the Rajya Sabha would speak down to uneducated voters. Anyway, now back to my point.
Mr. Rajiv Gowda, that's
I heard you, Narasimha Rao. I heard you loud and clear. Everyone else did. Okay.
No,
this
Mr.
is terrible.
No, come on, both of you. Let's not fight on this. And Rajiv, let's not get personal either. Come on. Let's just look at the data. And we've got the JDS waiting as well.
Congress gets more votes among the less educated.
All right. Let's get Mr. Gowda to give a response, and then I'll go across to my other panelists. Mr. Gowda, go ahead.
So what is heartening is that 40 plus 4%, 44% of the voters are in favor of a Congress chief minister. And there may be a few more percent that has not been counted. Amongst them, they are probably clearly saying that the tried hand, someone who already we know, whose track record was so inclusive and progressive and and dynamic, they are bringing. That's probably the first name that comes in terms of voter recall, and that's probably the reason why you see this. As far as the Congress is concerned, the decision on chief ministership will be made after the election by the MLAs, and Mr. Siddaramaiah is the leading contender. Mr. Shivkumar is the leading contender. There are others as well.
All right. I just wanted to go across to Syed Aslam, who joins us as well. You've been waiting very patiently. You've had a look at a lot of this data. Where would you assess the performance of your own party?
Well, Vishnu, thanks for bringing in now, and I've been patiently waiting for more than 40 minutes. Vishnu, let me tell you.
No, we lost your line in between, so that was one of the reasons. But go ahead, yeah.
All right. So Vishnu, let me tell you, this elections, the Karnataka elections, is about the pride of Kannadigas. It's about the Asmita and Garv of Kannadigas. This election is not about the setting up the national agenda. This election, see, let me tell you, JDS is the strongest emerging force. We are going to come as the strongest emerging force. We being the regional party, we are going to come strongest emerging force. And let's not forget, you might ignore me for 40 minutes in this debate, but the people of Karnataka will not ignore us. We have seen how the Pancharatna Yatra has happened across the 224 constituencies. We have seen the masses coming out, in the Pancharatna Yatra. We are connected with the people. We understand the sentiment and the pulse of Kannadigas, and there is a clear undercurrent for a regional force. And of course, we're going to capitalize on this. Now, talking about the BJP is reeling under the pressure of anti-incumbency. They're reeling under the pressure of anti-corruption on the corruption charges, and there is there's no discussion about the development. There's no discussion about how to improve the agricultural sector. There is no discussion about the irrigational projects which have been pending for a long time in Karnataka. And both the national parties are picking up the the national issues, and you can name some of them from the BJP. They're picking up NRC, Uniform Civil Code, and all these issues. These are non-issues,
Syed?
and we feel absolutely sorry. Yeah.